Reactions have come out after KSI hinted at retiring from boxing. KSI recently addressed his boxing career, in which he has recently pulled out of a fight against Dillon Danis. He doesn't know when that fight's going to be rescheduled. Who knows if it will ever get rescheduled. Seems like that event is now cancelled, with KSI saying that he might just be retiring from boxing altogether.
It's so frustrating, and bro, like when I had to, tell Mams and everyone else that I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this fight, bro, I broke down, man. I'm there crying, bro, in my room, just crying, because like I said, I felt like I just let everyone down. I know how the internet works. I know how this game goes. If I tried to fight and managed to get into the ring and had a shit performance, no one would care that I was ill. No one would care that I was sick. My boxing career, since I've come back, has just been problem after problem after problem, and just being unlucky over and over and over and over again. And it's a shame, the amount of stress that I've gone through the past few years. Where am I in terms of boxing? I don't know. Am I gonna retire? I don't know. Am I gonna fight again? I don't know.
So KSI says he doesn't know if he'll ever fight again. Wade Plem responded saying, "I know I'm the bad guy when I say it, but once again, I try to tell you all, KSI is checked out of fighting." Responding to a comment that said, "If that's what you took from this clip, then I don't know. Maybe watch the video instead of looking for a gotcha moment or an I'm right moment." With Wade saying that is the takeaway from the video. He considers his boxing career to be unlucky moment after unlucky moment, and it's worn him down. It's made him not excited to fight. This is not a sport you do just to do, either fully in or fully out. Some Instagram comments saying the end of an era, hopefully not. Influencer boxing is so fun. Oh no, the shortest boxing career ever, lol, them influencers be making me laugh. He never had a professional boxing career to retire from to begin with. We need to see the KSI versus Jake Paul fight. Once we see that, then he can retire if he wants to. Ain't no way this man KSI is gonna retire without fighting Jake Paul. Dillon Danis responded saying, "I've retired KSI without even throwing a punch." Then saying, "I've officially retired Logan Paul and KSI from boxing. I said from day one I'd be the one to put an end to all of this. Just one left, Jake Paul." Then sharing a picture of him at the door of Jake Paul after, I guess, ending KSI and Logan Paul's careers. Then saying, "This started with us, now it ends with us," showing a clip of Jake Paul confronting Dillon Danis from almost 5 years ago.
Hey, look, it's Conor McGregor's bitch right there. Pussy, pussy, piece of shit, pussy, dip, pussy, fuck you, bitch. You're a bitch.
Fred Beck put out a statement saying KSI is not retiring, don't worry. With KSI having addressed his comment to the Wade concept, he went off on him after Wade said that Dillon Danis should get credit as he was going to show up against KSI, with Wade responding after this clip.
Now you gotta remember, Wade has just been jabbing at me for years, constantly. For me, after having to postpone the fight because I got sick, I was pissed. I was angry because I was training my fucking arse. It broke my heart. It broke me because I trained so hard for this one moment and I wasn't able to get this moment, and I felt like I trained for nothing, and I felt like I let so many people down. I go online and I see all this shit and people just jabbing at me, and it was just Wade, bro. Normally I just ignore it, but it just pissed me off, and I just lost my shit, man. I just fully lost my shit. Probably from sucking on Jake Paul and his team all the fucking time. He fully does. He's always on Jake Paul's side. Even when he was fighting an old man, an old Mike Tyson, he was there like, oh, this is a big look for Jake, etc. It's just...
Wade said, "Honestly, this is sad to see. KSI is understandably emotional about a situation he tried to do his best with. No jabs or anything, I get it. It sucks, which is what I originally said. He's wrong about what it is that I do and the way I've perceived him or Jake. He has every right to feel however he wants to feel, but whatever personal jabs or shots I've taken at KSI have always been return fire. Maybe in retrospect, I should have realized it affected him a lot more than I understood. Regardless, I watched this clip just seeing a guy forcing himself to continue something he doesn't want to do right now. So just to clear it all up, whether he believes this or not, I genuinely don't hate JJ. I honestly would rather see him do well and be the superstar he is, boxing or not. Misfits Boxing recently put out a statement regarding their next event. They said, due to scheduling issues, Misfits Boxing Blinders and Brawls will now take place on Friday, May 16th. The event will still take place at Valiant Live Derby. Purchase tickets remain valid for the new date, but any ticket holders wanting a refund, please contact your point of purchase. So that is now 2 postponed Misfits events in a row, with KSI's manager and co-president of Misfits Boxing putting out a statement saying, not been a fun few weeks. A series of unfortunate events beyond our control. Tried to replace the main event and even tried to do a non-pay-per-view to keep this show on. Exhausted all efforts and left no stone unturned. Sorry we were not able to say anything until now, but refunds will of course be available for Manchester next week. To the fans, we are so sorry that it's been a rocky start to 2025, determined and confident that we will more than make it up with this year's plans. To the fighters and teams, I know what you guys go through and the disappointment of moving dates. I'm truly sorry, and you know it's out of our hands. The feeling of letting people down and not being able to fix it immediately sucks and is weighed heavily on me. I'm sorry. Misfits is still in its infancy. We're 2.5 years into a decades-long plan. We are so proud of what we have achieved together thus far, and things will only keep improving and areas of weakness will become strengths. We will be back on May 16th in Derby, and the new final fight card will be announced shortly with mega additions. The comeback will be everything and big changes will be implemented. To the ones who have been nothing but loyal, supportive, and understanding, fighters and fans, I see you and appreciate you beyond measure. Thank you. A lot of news coming, so stay tuned. Wade reacted saying everything went wrong for the KSI vs Danis fight, but this man really did bust his A and try everything to keep the card on and have the event. I don't know what the future of Misfits looks like, but I do know Mams will always try to put on the best shows possible for you all, with Mams responding saying thank you Wade, means a lot. It seems like the sidemen aren't too interested in seeing KSI fight if it's not one of those massive events. Mini Minter recently spoke in a recent interview with Fred Beck talking about KSI and if he would retire from boxing.
I've been too ill to fight Dillon Danis.
No comment. But he's here mocking me, so you know what? Screw him. He went to Usher.
Your thoughts on KSI getting backlash for going to an Usher concert when it's meant to be fighting that same day?
I mean, I do get it. Like, I do understand the fans' point of view. Like, but at the end of the day, like, it's happened. It's not that deep. Something else will come from it. I don't know, but I fully understand it. So I know he got angry, but we all laughed at him. So.
Do the sidemen want KSI to carry on boxing, or do you want to tell them to call it a day?
I've got a stain on my shirt. I want him to box if it is a fight that I think, wow, that's insane. Like Dillon Danis, I didn't even think. It's kind of like, I don't really care. Dillon Danis, I just thought, it's a cool fight, but
So the sentiment from the sidemen is that they kind of want to see KSI either in those massive fights or maybe just not at all. Leading into his fight against Dillon Danis, KSI spoke on the clash between boxing and sidemen filming. He said, they know this is how I am. They miss me and I miss them, but I have a job to do.
It seems that the sidemen don't want you to box anymore.
I mean, it's understandable. Like, obviously, they just want me for themselves. But I'm my own man. I like boxing. I like music. I like just doing whatever I want to do. So I'm not a guy that can just be held down to doing one thing for the rest of my life. That is my life. My life is always being outside of the box. So I can understand their frustrations. But that they knew this from the beginning, like this is how I am. I'm not always going to just be around to do sidemen videos. Sometimes I'm going to want to box. Sometimes I'm going to want to go on tour. Sometimes I'm going to want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. But, I've got a job to do, and that is to knock out Dillon Danis, so I have to do that.
Honestly, I think for KSI, if he is to continue boxing and if he wants to get motivated for some exciting matchups, then either try to secure the biggest fights possible, or I don't really know what else there is for KSI to do. When he's had these scheduled fights like the 2v1 tag team against Slim and Anthony Taylor, he didn't seem too interested, then he pulled out with an injury. Now against Dillon Danis, he gets an illness, so an unfortunate series of events, and Who knows if he's going to be doing this much longer. He is almost 32 years old now. And like he said, he doesn't know when his next fight is, or if he'll have a next fight, or if he's just going to retire from boxing entirely. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this situation and KSI's potential retirement from boxing. But I'll be sure to keep you guys in the loop with all future fights and updates. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoy.